House Sitter. Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn in House We've got a microphone here that's going crazy on me. Okay, sorry everybody, I have to do my thing here. Oh, see, that's much better now. Everybody's happy now. Okay. So yes, hello everybody. We're back here for our game this evening. We've at Mythos Games, and let's see. Wow, we got everything except some other. I'm going to add.
Is the sound messed up, or is it the deja vu sound?
No, it's not deja vu. It has messed up the sound. It's just me.
Oh, Dragonhearth says yeah, but fixed now.
Okay.
It is fixed. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So he's talking about one of our favorite movies is House Sitter with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. And there's a character in there that's like, there's two characters in there that are like street people that she like abducts to pretend that they're her parents, because she needs parents for this party that they're giving. So she brings the street people here and cleans them up and gets them all dressed up to pretend that they're her parents. And one of the things I love about this movie is that it's all about pretending.
And taking on the role.
Taking on the role of somebody else
that
you're asked to play. And, you know, if you've got imagination for it, you can be anybody. And that's what I love about this movie, is that these people whose lives are not very good find that if they just pretend to be other people, that their lives are a lot better. And I love this movie. It's a hilarious film. So there's this woman in the film, and that's what whenever you say hello to her, that's how she responds. Hello. So that's how we think.
We use it at our house a lot.
We use it at our
I'm
house
not sure why.
Okay.
There you go.
It's just a Hickman household tradition.
It is a Hickman
Yes.
household tradition, yes, absolutely. Although I was quite surprised to find out that the woman who played the part in the film was also in another favorite film of mine, Hook. And she played the aunt, Liza.
When she answers the door, says, "It's snowing!" Shuts the
Oh,
door.
that was Toodles. Yeah,
Oh.
she answers doors and screams and everything.
Oh, that's right. She
Yeah.
screams.
That's
Okay.
right. So, so hello, everybody. Let's see, what else is going on real quickly?
We have an update coming out, I think tomorrow.
Yes, we have an update coming out.
Are we allowed to say the big thing? Or is that the updates?
That is the update.
Oh, then I won't say it
We won't
tonight.
spoil it for everybody.
Yeah, okay. Be looking for an update in your inbox.
In your
sort
update box.
Sort of importante.
All right.
Yes, so big things are coming there in the Skyraiders realm. Anything else that's going on? There's a lot that's going on.
We we got our heads down and we're working on the books. What can I say?
I got an email this morning from our publisher, Penguin Random House.
Thanks, 33.
Yeah.
They said, "Don't mind spoilers, promise. You can tell me. I'll keep it a secret."
Of course, yes. Like everything else on the internet.
You and everyone else on YouTube. Okay.
Well, the number of people on this channel, it practically is a state secret.
It could be a secret, yeah. Okay.
So
That's fair.
I got an email from my publisher today saying, we are going to start recording the audiobook for the new Dragonlance novel, and that's going to start next week. So here is a list of names of people and places that we don't know how to pronounce.
All right.
could you do something about that? And I said, well, maybe a phone conversation might help because, we could just say it and then they could annotate the audio, whatever works best for them, and which would be really good. But that turned into, why don't you just record all of them for us so that we can listen to them over and over again. So by this weekend, somehow, some way, I have to record the names of all the places and people in Kryn, apparently. It's like reading a phone book. And then, of course, I need to send it to Margaret to make sure that both of us pronounce it the same way.
Sure.
And it's more than likely that all the names in Anselon are going to sound very Western because that's where I'm from. Sure. Get that wrestling in there. I'm sorry.
That's Southern.
That is more Southern. It's true.
That's how they say it in Georgia.
That is how they say it in Georgia. They love telling us about that wrestling character.
Which is fine, because if that's how you hear it in your head, that is how it's said.
In your universe,
That's correct.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, I've got to record all of those names here this week. So that will exist somewhere, I guess. It'll be in an archive somewhere online.
Cool.
And of course, still working at the Void and doing all the amazing Void stuff that we're doing there. I got my, I'm all set here. I have my dark berry.
You're going to do it like an endorsement.
Yeah,
We are not getting paid for
We're
this.
not
I
getting
want you
paid
to
for
know. This
We are
is
so not getting
not
paid
any
for
kind of a paid endorsement at all. Tracy just kind of fell in love with this
With this
blue
dark
drink.
berry, zero Dr. Pepper.
Jurassic Park. What flavors are in
Jurassic
it?
Park.
Yeah, we could probably make that for you.
Yeah, what flavors are in it?
But you know
It's
what?
very
You
sweet.
could probably re-engineer that.
It
and
is
be there.
very, very sweet.
So,
But now you'd be in trouble because everyone will know.
well, we saw this at the store. We were just shopping, and we saw this. And sort of, wow, that looks interesting. Let's get one of those. And we got a case of those. Came home, and my son happened to be home that weekend, and he just thought it was the best thing he'd ever
Oh,
had.
hey, Deja says it's really good.
Oh, another unsolicited endorsement here for apparently dark
Okay,
berry.
Deja tried it yesterday, so there it is.
Have you tried the outer space flavored Coke?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did like that actually.
Huh.
So yes, I'm into weird
Soda pop.
sodas.
All right.
Yeah, and so I, my son just absolutely fell in love with it. My son works up at Hill Air Force Base, and he goes back home and he can't find it anywhere. So he came back this last weekend. He came back home for the weekend, and it's Memorial Day weekend. We've got to go find some dark berry zero Dr. Pepper. So I went back to the store where we recently found it.
Without me,
Without
I might
Paul.
add.
Yeah. And there was none to be. There was none anywhere. And we searched all through this enormous store, and we actually found a stack, but it was not the zero sugar. It was the full-throated sugar, and that was just way beyond what we could do. So, feeling somewhat dejected on the way home, we finally got a text from Laura, who said, "You need to pick up a few more things," which always happens after I
said that
leave the
right
store.
after you left the house.
Well, it
Honest.
only got there after we leave the store. So we're on our way home. We're passing another store. All right, we got to stop and pick this stuff up. So we stop at this smaller, kind of high-end store. And we go inside. We get all the things that are on the list. Check out the soda section. Don't see it anywhere. Oh, I can tell you, it was the really bad thing was the first store we went to. We found one small bottle.
This is getting to be a long story for soda pop.
It
Keep
is.
going.
But I thought Bo would enjoy that.
Professional, yeah.
It's a professional.
Yeah. Interest here, yeah.
So it wasn't that it didn't exist. We had this one bottle that we had purchased, small bottle that we purchased. Anyway, we were in the store and we were walking down past this end cap, and there was this just mountain stack of them there. And so because we had been, indoctrinated into this and denied, so we start pulling. He says, I'm taking 4 of those. Okay, finally, I take 4 of those. Well, I better have some. So we have this little tiny cart, right? Not the big cart. We have this little tiny cart. It's just jammed full of these dark berry zero sugar Dr. Peppers. And we're at checkout.
8 cases, y'all.
8 cases, yes.
cases.
Okay, fine. So we're at the checkout, and we've got these can boxes just stacked up, falling out of this little cart.
Pyre Dynasty says the soda bottle trilogy.
It is the soda bottle trilogy. Hey, it's Tolkien's fault. He made us write in 3s. So, and people behind us would stop and lean over to us. Is that any good? I mean, no, we just bought 8 cases of this on the whip.
Clerks were asking.
The
lady
clerks
at the
were
cash
asking,
register.
2 ladies at the cash register, everybody was asking us, is that any good? I better go get some of that. I'm pretty sure we emptied their shelves.
There you go.
Yeah, they should have paid us actually for being advertisement. If we'd gone through 2 or 3 more times, they'd have been cleaned out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of this.
Yes, and our son took half of that up to work, I guess.
Yes, he's up Hill Air Force. For all I know, he's just been gun running these cans up there, and he's probably made a huge profit.
It's just the underground,
Underground.
dark berry.
Yeah, and
Dr.
maybe
Pepper.
that's his handle now,
Right.
Darkberry. I'm the dark cat. I'm Darkberry.
Oh.
I'm the
That's
Darkberry.
I spelled it wrong. Okay.
But I also have to correct you. It wasn't Tolkien who wrote 3 novels. He originally wrote 1 novel.
He
but
did.
The war
Yes.
insisted that World War II broke out. There was a paper shortage. His publisher insisted that they break it up into 3 novels.
That's right.
So-
which is why we have to write 3
Yeah,
novels.
Which is what they should have done to Gone with the
so there you
Wind.
go. It was
please.
the war's fault, not
It would have been
Tolkien's.
so much
Okay,
better.
well, yes, I'm happy to blame the publisher for that.
There you
Hey,
go.
Deja said they found it in the Target in Boise.
Okay, so for those of you out there wondering where, the Target in Boise,
I don't know if they have it elsewhere in the country, but they have it in the West.
they do. We have it out here, and the rest of you, I don't know what to tell you. Apparently, call my son because he's probably got something.
Yeah, he's cornered the market.
He's cornered the market. It's price is going up. Everything is.
Eastbound and down.
Yes, eastbound.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
Isn't that cute? I
Yeah.
can hear it.
Yeah. Wait, I can hear eastbound and down in my head. Yes, and we're going
The
to.
trucking song.
Yeah, we're going to get Burt Reynolds to come and gun run the Darkberry.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
Okay.
Pepper. You can't get east of the Mississippi.
Oh, and Troy Wheelhouse says you can't hardly find it in Florida.
See?
See? We knew.
Okay.
We just knew. Okay.
So we've let you in on the secret.
Well, now that
Notice,
it's
however,
7:15.
that we did not disclose the location where we actually found it.
True.
For that, I guess. All right. Yes,
it is
it's time.
time.
It is time.
Okay. Who is going to read it tonight out of you players? The player's cookie. Isabel's not
All
here.
right, I'll read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, everybody's looking at me.
Oh,
I
Leah
did it
will
right
read it
before
for us
Isabel, so
tonight.
I shouldn't read.
This is the player's portion for the game tonight.
If it's a bad one, just make it.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just make it a. It says you win.
It's not.
Yeah.
Does it
Awesome.
really?
Winning. You are a true romantic. I think that's for you.
Is it me?
Specifically.
All right.
Okay.
Specifically you.
Me, Bo, or the character?
No, your character.
Alistair.
Your character.
Alistair, yes, is a true romantic.
You are a
Good to
true
know.
romantic. Okay. That's it.
That's
it,
it.
yeah,
You
you're
are a
true
true
romantic.
romantic.
You are a true
They took my
romantic.
fortune.
Does that mean we get to speak to rival night?
Okay.
Speaking
And
of
for the game
I
master.
am the pentameter.
I've got romance poetry primed and ready to fire.
That's right,
So,
I am the
okay.
pentameter only.
Okay. And, expect a delightful message soon.
Ooh, from the romantic
Expect a
poetry.
delightful message soon.
There
That
you
should
go.
have been the players.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know how these really apply to this game, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
We don't either, but it's a tradition.
But the
It's
winds
like
of
cutting the
fortune
ends
are
off the
screwed up.
ham at
Maybe
Easter.
you'll
I
have to seduce
just don't know.
the female ghost when, she
Maybe.
comes
All right.
out or something.
knows?
Oh, has she appeared again, or is she still
She
dead
hasn't.
on the
She has
floor?
not reappeared. No.
But we haven't found any
Oh, no, wait,
bodies.
no,
Okay.
they're in the hammock, right?
She's the only corpse.
Well, that's not entirely true. You didn't find her.
We found, that's the only corpse
Yeah, that's
we
the only.
found. Well, aside from the dragonborn.
Well, those don't count.
Well, you threw one overboard,
Like
so.
all
I
the
did.
other, but we haven't
does
really
it?
checked
Oh, that's right,
the
we have no-
entire ship, have we?
No,
Mm-hmm.
no.
We
Well,
should do that.
that's what
Okay.
we were talking about doing when we left off. Is that was going to be our goal, was to start really exploring the ship.
Combing through, like the cruise quarters and stuff.
Yeah. So, but there we have it. So.
Okay. And yes, there we have it. That's great. All right, so I think we should start the game, don't you? If we're gonna we gotta get game now.
I wanted to dance
And
first.
yeah, it's coming. I gotta push the button here.
It's about to happen.
I just have to remember where I put it. There we go.
33 says. Oh,
Oh, no, we're getting lyrics this time.
Yeah, we'll have those written before killer breakfast. I think.
Awesome. It's going to be like the Star Wars original Star Wars theme that has words.
Really?
Yeah, the lyrics.
Oh.
They're amazing. Gene Roddenberry wrote them. And by amazing, I mean horrible.
Oh.
But they're amazingly horrible.
Amazing, but they are
Yeah,
amazing.
the actual, it's,
Wow, we have to look that up.
you must. Actually, Tenacious D, Jack Black, and Tenacious D, he actually sings it. He does an amazing job.
I thought you were gonna talk about, is it called Spaceballs, where they kind of mock Star Wars?
Well, I mean, in Spaceballs, they mock everything.
Don't
Like
don't they
Ron Burgundy.
have like vocals to that, to like the main?
That I don't recall.
That may be. I do know that the Orville
Let me make that point.
Yeah.
the Orville was supposed to be a send up of Star Trek,
Yes.
and it turned out to be a better Star Trek show than most Star Trek shows. So, yeah,
It was really good.
Some of the episodes are really good. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, although right now I'm
Seth MacFarlane, the guy who did Family Guy.
Yeah.
He's he plays the captain of the.
Of
He
the
wrote
Orville.
it. He direct, but it's his sci-fi show. He's a huge Star Trek fan, so he wanted to do a Star Trek show. He originally meant it to be a comedy, but like Tracy just said, it's actually.
it actually turned into a pretty good
writing
science
is really
fiction.
It's actually
So,
really, it's very gripping, it's very epic, it's very,
Yeah.
very, philosophically introspective.
Spell it.
Yeah.
Now, what's the name
No,
of
I'm
this
expecting
Star
quite a bit if
Trek?
you're saying it's philosophical.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot like Futurama.
well, the new Star Trek is Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds, right?
Yeah, and I'm really into that right now. I've been enjoying that. It's not, your old Star Trek, but that's okay. I can still watch the.
Sure.
Galaxy Quest is a higher rated Star Trek movie than some of the actual Star Trek movies.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Yeah,
without
there's
doubt.
no question
Thank you,
about
Dragon.
that.
Right.
Without doubt.
Yeah, yeah. Galaxy Quest is my go-to film. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah, that's a
watching
good show.
Galaxy Quest. Although now every time I see Galaxy Quest, I get just a little. I get a little choked up because Alan Rickman is so great,
He is.
and he's so great in everything that he did. It's so, I'm just so sad that he's gone.
He's passed away, yeah.
He's passed away. We played the song, we did the dance.
It's
and
time to start.
We should play
Yeah.
our game.
Let's do
Go
it.
for it.
Yes, absolutely, we should play our game. Last week, as you remember, or some of you remember,
I'm gonna try and get the AC
Yeah.
on.
Okay, Laura's going to play with
It's
the.
so fickle. But
Yes, last week, as you remember, you had discovered that the harp was a mess, but it seems to be mending
Itself?
on its own. Well, there were ghostly shapes that were moving all around it, and that were moving all the cabling and getting things tidied up nicely.
We tried to.
we tried to help, but I think we just got more in the way than
Tried
anything
to
else.
help
We
by
just
getting
left
in the
it.
way.
These guys know what they're doing.
I don't know, can you get in the way of a ghost?
Well, you may not want to. You had gone down below, however, and you did find one of your former companions.
The dwarf, right?
Tucker.
Yeah,
You did find Tucker,
but no twine.
but no twine. Not so far as you know.
Yes. We need to scour this ship from stem to stern.
We found the book.
We did find the book, great, but
You did
no
find the
twine.
book. That book, the book titled "How to Fly," okay, or whatever the title was.
What- Whatever.
Butterfly for dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing that
Aeroships
survived
for dummies.
fire.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure more than just this book survived.
It's not what I've heard.
That's not what you. That's certainly not what news came this far east anyway, or
That's-
west. I mean, this far west.
Whole city.
The whole city just burned to the ground,
And in
and
your
me cackling over the flames.
Yes.
I think that's part of the rumor as well.
yeah, I think so. Standing in the midst of the flames. Yeah, torch in one hand and cutlass in the other. Yeah, I think that was probably the image that's going out at this point.
Anyway,
And you also did find a map, as I recall.
yes, an unbelievable map, a ridiculous map, an absurd map.
It's this map. I actually brought a map.
All right, yes,
Since
I've
you
got it
found it, you
tablet.
might as well.
Obviously, look at that thing; it's ridiculous. So, Arrhenius, or no, the Arrhenius coast is it's over here. It's right here.
We don't have all the lines and.
This is that right there.
Okay.
Your pen is okay. Yeah, your pen's checked out. But that little area right there. That's that map right there. Obviously, so as you can see, this is absurd.
I don't know,
This
I've heard
is
some old legends.
great. I'm sure you've heard some old legends. There's no way. There's no way.
There might be
It is
some
preposterous.
like-
It is
like-
preposterous, and I do not subscribe.
It's far too many songs for him to sing,
Yes.
really. And
Regardless-
Gore would have to go way up.
But we have a pressing matter to address at this very moment, and that is to discover the disposition of twine. We must scour this ship. Let's go.
I think we ought to worry about the baton of Marchand instead of twine, unless you think he's carrying it.
Well, we're trapped on this ship, so the baton with us. There's not to be done for the baton until we discover the secrets of this ship.
But twine can't help us with those, right?
Well, he can't help us with the secrets of the ship. I mean, he might have observed something by this point. Who knows? But that's not the point. He is a life that must be saved.
I'm more interested in saving mine.
I'm
Well,
sure we
you're
can
in
accomplish
the-
all of these goals. Let's go search the
Let's
ship.
search the ship.
Yes.
Why?
You're near the, last I left you were near the harp that had been repairing itself.
I suppose so. I thought we were somewhere else, but
I
that's
think we
fine.
should choose
We're
a
wrong.
destination and head there.
Oh, you had gone aft, did you not?
Well, we.
That's where we found
That's where you found Tucker.
Tucker.
Right. But I felt like we found him a while ago. I thought where did the ghostly exchange take place between the captain and the
That was in the captain's room.
yeah, okay, that's where we left off. 'Cause that's the
great
last
cabin.
thing we saw.
Okay, then you are in the great cabin, are you not? Yes, you
I
are.
suppose we are. Yes,
Very good. And you have the map.
and we have this ridiculous map.
This
Yes,
ridiculous map, obviously made by a lunatic.
farce of a map.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, because I wanted to go south-southeast, right? That's where we were going to go. Yeah.
No,
South-southeast.
no, you wanted to go.
South-southwest. but
You wanted to
said-
go somewhere here.
Yeah, but you said over here.
Well, that's the nearest landmass.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
if that map is to be believed. But regardless,
You
We're on
just
must
sail
search
a
the
on-
ship.
ship in a cloud.
well, flying
dimension.
ships are obviously.
So why can't
Well,
the
does it
map
make
be-
sense to cross the ocean before we even explore our own continent? Like if it's truly there, would we
We're on a
want to
ship.
risk crossing the ocean?
We're on a ship.
We don't
There
even
be
know what's
dragons.
powering you.
I'm gonna lead the charge into the next section of the ship.
Let's go to the gun deck.
Sure, gun deck. Let's do the gun deck.
Yes.
Is
in
there a
the
gun
back,
deck?
There is. Let's see. You are in the captain's cabin, right? So you would need to go forward, which would take you into the galley room,
Okay.
right? The mess, the captain's mess,
Yeah.
where the table was and the body of the woman in the dress with the bad stain on the front.
I moved her.
Oh, that's right. You put her back in her cabin, did you not?
Yeah, I might have
You wrapped her up.
profaned the body.
Yeah,
or I might
jostled the
have-
bones a bit, but
Well, yeah, it was having a little trouble sticking together, as I
Yeah,
recall.
yeah.
But
We
I
made
tried
sure
to
her
be as-
head didn't roll away.
Yeah.
We tried.
you move into you move into the room with the table. You do notice that there's a stain on the other end of the table. Dark stain on the other end of the table.
sure.
Yeah.
So
And as you move into the room, you can hear singing, kind of humming.
Like a lot of people or one person?
One person, high pitched, rather melodic.
Coming from that cabin we were in earlier?
Well, yes,
Oh,
actually.
well, see, there you have it.
Well, I'll use all of my professional training to
You're a true
match
romantic.
pitch and tone and attempt to join her in song.
Yeah, that's an excellent.
Do I even know the song? I'm sure I don't.
You don't know this song, but it's not hard to follow.
Yeah, I'm sure I can jump in.
Okay, jump in.
Do you know the language that she's singing?
No, I don't think any of us know the language. Is it a common?
We have to know the language because you understand. the
Okay, yeah,
captain
we are.
spoke
Yeah,
to
we are
us.
speaking
You
to the
understood
captain.
the
Never mind. Yeah,
captain,
so
yes.
yeah, perhaps it is a common language.
Laura?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
All right.
Or it's just startled beyond belief.
I am.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later.
She'll tell me
I
later.
was looking for our stream on Facebook and I came across something completely.
Oh, okay. Something on Facebook? It must be true.
No, this is true and you will be surprised.
Okay, I will be surprised.
Oh,
So,
I got
anyway.
this. Good.
You
Sorry.
sound as all good.
That's what I do over here on my phone. I'm looking for where our streams are.
get it. We're fighting ghostly visages from the past who are about to rise up and destroy. And you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook because I was looking for you.
Oh, okay. Well, here I am.
It said, and Dacia says, I love that you print out maps for your players.
I do print out maps for your players. And
We
I'm
love
sorry I'm
that
not
too.
showing everybody out at home what those maps are.
Sorry.
So,
So, yes.
what's she singing about? What I mean, is the song a lament? Is it what it?
The song is not. It is not a lament. It's a rather cheerful tune.
Okay.
That is a ballad about a woman on her wedding day.
Okay.
Do any of us know a song like that that might have been handed down?
No.
Do we recognize the tune, even though we don't know the song? Like, you know,
It's a familiar tune.
do you think she could have been wearing, like, she was dressed
Well,
in
she
a
was
nice
wearing.
dress?
She was wearing.
Could it
Was
be
it
her
white? I
wedding
feel like
dress?
it. I feel like it was white.
I don't know.
Was it not right?
It was just really, but that doesn't mean anything metal culture.
But obviously, the dark stain on the dress is obviously her wound. The dark stain at the end of the table was where she was sitting when she suffered that wound. I'm not leaping to any inappropriate conclusions here, am I?
No, she's definitely dead.
And there's just a
Good. Okay. I'm not too far off base then. Thank you.
But
You hear you hear the creak of the floorboards behind you.
look, our turn. Do we all hear it?
Yes, you all turn, but you are the only one who actually sees anything, and it's the captain. And he's leaning against the head of the table, leaning forward across the table. And he's saying, "We had a bargain. We had a bargain."
Yes, We want to go home. But we don't know where that is.
I don't see him, but
This is another thing that happens.
Oh,
Like
you-
only one of
you
us at
see
any given
somebody
time
else.
sees the apparition.
I see somebody
You
else.
see somebody else at the other end of the room, near the doors that enter the room from the well deck.
Who is it? Somebody we've seen before?
Handsome, young, flowing hair, frayed cuffs.
Oh, that guy.
That's who the captain's
The
talking to.
Oh,
No, the father.
oh, I see the guy that's going broke again. He's right there.
The captain's talking to him about a bargain.
Oh, Captain's talking to. I just see him.
I just see the captain.
Okay. Well,
Does he look mad, the captain, or concerned?
The captain looks enraged.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And you see the young man at the other end of the table, and he draws a cutlass.
he just drew some.
Oh, he let her
Have to go down.
Maybe. Maybe. Sounds like it.
What's the captain doing?
What does the captain do?
The captain's fading in and out. You see the young man lunge forward with his blade and stop, and he has this horrified look on his face, and he pulls the blade back, and it's dripping.
He just killed his sweetie.
I think
By
it was an
mistake.
accident.
Must have been.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Tragedy.
That's so terrible.
I don't
You
think
still
he was-
hear this song from the,
Sure.
yeah.
Well, if you still
And I'm
have
continuing to
somebody-
sing it.
Was he standing right where that blood spot is when he did that?
Is he standing right there where the blood spot is
Yes.
on the table? Yep, it's right there. That's what happened. I think
So
he
the
was
captain
going for it.
react to that in any way?
He's not there.
How did she just appear right there in front of him now? I mean, how did she? Was she trying to get in the way and like stop him from attacking the captain? I mean, could we see?
Where's that
I guess we
compass?
can't see the whole thing, but
Did you hear him say anything after he stabbed? Like it seems like if he stabbed her by accident,
he just looks really
Yeah.
surprised that he, like, it was obviously an accident. So either she got in the way, something.
We gotta find the cabin with the cutlass in.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps the murder weapon is a focal point of whatever spectral obsession.
Well, we could tell that cabin belonged to that guy.
Whoa,
Maybe
wait.
there's something else in there.
Is this the same room that we found her body in?
Yes.
Okay.
We haven't found the
I
captain's
thought
body.
the table was clean though.
I thought the table
We haven't
was
found the
clean
cabin.
too.
No dust or
I
I
anything.
haven't found
guess
anybody. I think there's.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
There have to
this
be
stain
some-
new?
No, it's pretty old.
The stain's on the table or on the floor by the table?
Both.
Oh,
Because it wasn't there before. Because the table was
Well, there's
clean,
a
right?
body laying on the floor before.
do we recall seeing the stain on the table earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
Is this the same clean table? Like,
Yes.
I want to point something out real quick. This occurs to me. Okay, so if this scene that just played out between the both of you is accurate, well, we do know that we found the maiden's body here, left here. So whatever violence that ensued, that took the whole crew, happened immediately after this because no one picked this woman up.
Right.
So whatever violence took place between it happened quickly and abruptly.
Seems reasonable. Yeah.
So did all the fighting go down to like below decks or something? Because there was nothing on.
I don't know. I wonder.
No, they fought in the captain's cabin. We saw that already.
I don't remember that.
Remember his big table in his cabin has all the hack marks on the edge, and we watched the Mythos
Oh, okay,
Games
that's
come
right.
in and
Yeah, okay. But then where all the bodies had to have fallen somewhere. Like if nobody took the time to pick her body up, I think it'd be safely presumed that nobody took the time to pick any body up.
you'd think,
So I mean, all the bodies have to be deposited somewhere.
yeah, you'd think.
So I don't know. I'm betting that below deck, we'll find a repository of the dead.
Let's search the cabin and see if we can figure out which one belonged to the guy. the rich young.
Wait. Which door did the flowy hair guy walk through?
The father.
Yeah, he came through the doors that are out to the well deck, the
Okay,
main deck of the
He
ship.
came through those doors. Maybe we should go through there. You see where those go?
Well, those go out onto the deck,
And we've been out there plenty of times.
the main deck.
That's not to say that he didn't come up from somewhere
Well,
off the deck, but regardless, have we pretty well explored this level of the ship?
Well, there was the cabin that was across the cabin that was full of the trunks,
Okay.
and where you're hearing the singing coming from. That cabin you also entered,
Right.
and it was pretty sparse,
Sure.
but there was a bag of old coins in that room.
Okay.
oh,
Oh, was that the same bag that the guy handed to the captain as payment?
Yes, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
This
so-
could be something of interest.
So that's, well, that has to be in the cabin after it was paid to the captain.
so the humming is coming from that other room.
Honestly, we're not gonna be able to figure out exactly how.
How many cabins
I don't
are there
know
off
about.
this mess?
There are 4 cabins off this mess.
One of them's the captain's.
5 if you count the captain's cabin.
Okay, so
which is
2
aft.
on each side?
Yeah,
Well, we've been in both on one side?
1 on each
One on
side.
each side. We want to look in the others we haven't looked in.
But I didn't ever observe, or we didn't ever observe an actual ghost singing. We just heard the singing. correct?
That's right.
Okay, all right.
But the singing was coming from the other cabin.
Yes.
Maybe we should go check that real quick.
Let's see what's in the other 2 we have never looked in.
Well, wait, but she might stop singing and leave.
Oh, you want to talk? See if you can talk to her first.
Well, or what she's doing, yeah.
Okay.
Careful, remember we made her, I made
All
her
right.
really mad.
Looking
Don't touch
looking
your
in the room
dresses,
from
just
which
don't
the,
touch your
the
The singing is
singing
coming.
emanates. Yeah. And I haven't stopped singing, by the way. Yeah, I'm continuing to sing.
There's the singing stops as you enter the room. You can see that you had laid the bones in the bed, as I recall. And the bones are still there, but the dress is hanging up in one of the trunks.
Okay. She is fastidious about her clothing.
Yeah.
We learned this already. But we've also learned that she's very active for a spirit.
Pretty active for being dead.
Being dead, yes.
Yeah.
But, anyway, other than that, there's no other change in this room?
No.
Okay.
She's not, we don't see her in there.
No.
Well then,
Well,
let's check the other 2 rooms.
well, I'd like to examine the body more, the bones, then, since everything is off.
The naked corpse, as it were.
Hey, it's the Dragonborn. What you gonna do? I mean,
Shoot your eyes, sir.
What? She's nothing but bones. She's not actually naked.
All right. I
Bones
will.
are naked because they have no flesh.
I'll
on them.
discreetly step out of the cabin.
Sure.
oh, avert your eyes.
Yes.
I see.
Let's us discreetly go check this
From
other
the
cabin.
desiccated skeleton.
Yeah.
Proper lady.
She is a
after all.
proper lady after all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That seems reasonably respectful. Okay. And what are you doing next?
We're going to go to one of the cabins we have.
One of the other 2 cabins?
Yes.
The cabin that's on the port side, the second cabin on the port side aft, is doesn't look like it's been used at all. In fact, it's dust covered, and there's some mold that you can see in the corners of the cabin. The starboard side cabin aft is very neatly kept.
Okay.
But there's nothing in it really distinguishing.
Well, let's see. Well, let's see how perceptive you are. Give me a perception check.
No, this is never good.
This is never good because the Dragonborn just is imperceptive.
Yeah. Oh, whatever it is, I don't see it. You look.
Look for what? I'm sorry, what
12.
might you be observing?
Something out of place. Be observant.
Oh, okay, yes, of course.
Perceptive. Even.
Let's see, what is it? So, no, 3.
I got a 12.
You are more observant than I.
You are
14
more-
with my -2
Well, yes.
bonus.
Well done.
-2.
Yes. Well, I'm
There
just-
really, I mean, there's a brass device here, a complex brass device that is here. It looks kind of like a triangle.
Though our characters don't know what a sextant is, is it a sextant? Though our characters don't know. what
Although
it
your
is.
characters have no idea what to do with this sextant.
I just want to make sure I'm visualizing the right
We're
thing.
both from Haven, which
What
is
is
a
this?
port town.
There may be a page about it somewhere in the book, but you are going to have to find it. Is
Yeah.
there an index? I don't know.
Perhaps
Roll
not.
for it.
What is this?
Roll for an
This
index.
contraption?
Yes, that's good.
Huh,
Okay, so this cabin is
fascinating.
And there's and on the bed there is a piece of scrimshaw with a brittle leather tie through its loop.
And
That's
what,
on it.
yeah, what is depicted on in the scrimshaw?
On the scrimshaw,
Is it on ivory?
it's well, scrimshaw is carved onto bone. In this particular case, it's most likely dragon bone. And the scrimshaw that's carved into it is of an aeroship import.
Okay. Interesting. So,
So I'm assuming this is the captain's cabin? Or was there like a bed and stuff in the captain's?
There is a bed in the captain's.
Oh, so this is probably the.
Well, we've never,
well, if we knew what a sextant was, we could say that, but this is just some guy's cabin.
Some guys, some,
With,
but we've never seen an airship in port before, right? So we should maybe look at that. pretty
Well,
closely.
sure, yeah, we can see what it looks like when, yeah. So, yeah, so we have a
How
depiction
detailed
of
is it?
an airship in port, so put that in somebody's pocket.
Somebody's picked up the scrimshaw.
Yeah,
Okay.
take that with us.
So I'm all alone with the
well, I don't know if
bones.
we want to take,
Well,
You're all alone
I
with
think
the
we need to
bones.
collect anything that is
isn't
a,
that kind of like looting at this point?
well, no, not
Hey,
necessarily.
you know what? I'll put it in my
Well,
pocket.
we have a captain's purse.
What'd you put in your pocket?
The scrimshaw.
Yeah.
I put it in my pocket.
I think you should, yes.
I've got the captain's purse. I mean,
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
take
took the
brass
purse, did you?
object.
oh yeah.
Oh, of course you did.
Well, I didn't take it to. No, these are important things. These
We
are
didn't find the
these are
petals
focal
anywhere.
points of the spirits. These.
What did you look
Okay,
at?
but Bart,
The cutlass, we
we
didn't
come
find
from
it
a
anywhere.
port town. We've probably
You haven't
seen
found
a
it, no.
sextant before.
Well, I feel like Tracy was implying that we had not seen a sextant.
So we've never even seen one before, even though we're from.
A sextant? No.
Yeah. So this is
Unless, I don't know. Well, I tell you what. Somebody perused the book.
the strangest device of dizzying complexity. Yeah. They really just bounced forth between two results there. That's crazy.
You did, yeah, okay. Well, yes, you did see a drawing of it in the book.
Oh,
We will solve everybody's problem.
there we go.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pick that up and take that.
Oh yeah. So this is an item of import.
It is.
Fantastic.
It is actually a navigational instrument.
Oh well, then.
You're the navigator.
Then perhaps I should take possession of that.
Fine.
Maybe you should go in the cabin too.
You can keep it. I care not. I don't know how to use this
I see
thing.
how you are. You wait till I touch it and pick it up, and then you know.
This
Well,
device
seems
is in
safe.
full history.
Yeah, right.
You can feel the
Here,
deck of the
Trent, you
ship
take the
under
captain's
you
first,
shift.
then I'll take this thing.
The deck of the ship,
Is shifting.
like,
Okay.
Well, I wanna go out on deck and see what's going on.
You can feel the motion of the ship.
that's
Yeah,
probably
I
good
wanna
though.
go
Does that mean
Well-
it's starting?
It's probably good. These ghosts are taking us somewhere.
Well, we don't
I
know
don't-
where we're going. Might as well. do
No, we
something
don't.
like this.
We could be careening into the side of a mountain for all we know.
I would like to use prestidigitation to clean the blood stain from her dress.
Very good.
Nice.
You do. The dress is pristine white.
Oh, it is
It's
right.
got
Oh,
a tear in it, but yes, it's white.
Wait
Okay.
till tomorrow, cast
can you
mending.
mend the tear? That might make her
I
happy.
don't know. Does it? I don't think I have. That's a separate spell,
It
right?
is a- yeah, mending, yeah,
I don't
it's a
have
separate
that, unfortunately.
But regardless, we have another. So the ship is shifting, is changing course, and we have another room to check.
No, we've seen all the rooms now, right?
Oh,
You've
so-
seen all of the rooms in this.
I wanna go out on deck and see what's happening,
Yep.
if anything.
You can see the crew and the rigging.
Okay.
By you, only him, right?
Only him. You can see this. You can see the crew and the rigging. You can see the sails are set, tattered as they are, and but they're still pulling against the wind.
What's he?
Is there
What's
enough
he?
help?
There is somebody at the helm. There is a bar on the helm.
Is it the one we saw before?
Yes, it is the one you saw before.
Okay.
I wanna ask him what the heading is.
Port, any port.
There isn't a compass on the ship, right? What we found.
That you have found, there is not one that you've found yet, no.
Could I use these tools to make a compass?
Oh, I take that back.
You were the crafter.
When you were in the captain's cabin, there was a compass on the
Small
desk.
one.
Small
That's right.
compass on the desk.
How many days to port?
Two weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to port.
One port?
Well, we will join these
2 weeks to live.
spirits
2
in
weeks.
the afterlife by then.
2 weeks for us to live, or 2 weeks until they live?
You vanish it. But you notice that the ghosts are starting to come down from the rigging. They are moving down the rat lines.
We're gonna get a mutiny again. Well, that'd be normal if the stealth cells are set. I mean, I don't stay up there. Did anyone stay up there? Is there a watch aloft?
No, there's no watch aloft. They're all coming down to the deck.
They're gonna
How do they see me? Do they see magic?
Okay. Can I try something real quick?
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to go to the wheel and I'm going to shift its position. So alter course, and then I'm going to lash the wheel and then just step back.
You do. You
Okay.
manage to do that. And the ship, you can feel that moves sideways underneath your feet as the wheel turns, as you lash the wheel into that side position. As you do so, the ghosts of this crew on board the deck become more solid, and they look at you, and they're with fearsome looks, and draw their weapons and start charging across the deck toward the quarterdeck.
Okay,
You gonna put it back or what?
sure. I'll hastily unlash the wheel and put it back to whatever heading we were set to.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
They are pouring across the deck. They are starting to come up the ladders on either side.
Okay, we're trying to regain whatever heading we were on. I'd like to think as a navigator, I took note of that before I changed it, but
Well, I'm gonna block the ladder on one side with my maul. And tell them, get back, you scurvy dogs.
Blade slashes in your direction.
I figured.
You feel the wind of it as it passes you.
I'll give him a tap with my maul.
Okay?
Maybe. 9. Maybe not.
who wants to cover the other ladder?
Yo, somebody on it down below. You're still in the galley, and you're still with the woman, as far as I know.
Oh, okay, all right, I guess not.
I mean, I hear
Never
them.
mind.
Sorry, go ahead.
What are you doing?
Oh, I thought you were with them though.
I was, but they ran up.
Oh,
So I hear them,
Mhm.
and I run out, but I'm like below, so I can't get up, right?
That's right. You are on the well deck, which means that the crew is right there as you step outside the door. What do you do?
And I can see them.
Oh yes, definitely yes.
Right. So I'm going.
And they're looking remarkably solid.
Should I use my charisma and try and talk to them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use my charisma and try and talk to them.
Okay. Well, let's see what you roll for that.
16. 13 plus 3.
What do you say?
Gentlemen.
Lend me yours.
Lend me yours. I'm gonna address them and say, gentlemen, we're here to help. We're here to help you. Can we parlay?
Good.
They see you. They hear you.
I do a little hair flip.
They're unimpressed.
Now what are you gonna do?
Oh.
What are you gonna do?
Two of them grab you by your arms and haul you back through the doors into the cabin you just came from. The double doors that go back into the dining area of the ship burst open. You hear the sound of the doors bursting open outside the cabin. They are dragging you across the deck back toward the captain's cabin.
I go investigate. What's going on?
Probably just in time to see her get dragged through the galley.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you do. What do you do?
I run towards her.
You do run towards her, but you don't get very far because there are this is an entire mob of ghosts that are moving into this area.
And I'm not just walking
And
through them.
they also grab you and start dragging you backward toward the captain's cabin.
Okay.
Remarkably solid in their aspect.
Well,
What
I
do
want to
you
see
do?
where they take us.
I am just gonna tell the guys to stay off the quarterdeck. It's a crime against the nature of the ship. Stand down.
They don't seem interested in that particular argument.
I figured they'd probably.
Well, what do you do?
Well, I've attempted to correct course. Have I succeeded in that goal yet, or?
You think so?
Okay, well, I'll relash the wheel
Maybe we should go precipitously downward.
and, sure. All right.
Why are your bad ideas after bad
What?
ideas? You guys are going to get us killed.
Well, I think it'll get their attention.
You already got their attention.
Well,
They
all
have
right.
us.
That aside, no, that's a fantastic idea, and I forget what device it is, but I'll grab it and
The other wheel.
Yeah, the other wheel. Yeah, I knew there was a second wheel, but I'll grab that one and then just spin it. So we.
You're gonna drive the bow downward.
Yes. I mean, they're going to overrun us anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, what are we going to do here?
Not much.
You throw the wheel forward.
Okay.
The ship pitches down precipitously. Hang on.
Okay. Nope.
Of course not. The ghosts seem affected by this and are in fact sliding backward down the well deck, falling backward down the ladder on either side of the quarter deck. You unfortunately are also doing the same and are sliding down the length of the well deck along with the ghosts all in this tumble.
Well, I'll
At least we're all in
correct.
the same boat.
I'll level us out if it looks like he's gonna fall off.
Well, he's sliding down the well deck, down the length of the well deck
Sure.
toward the bow. There's a forecastle on the front of the boat, which means that there's a wall at that end. There's
Well,
a bulkhead at that.
that
end.
assumes that he can grab it and hold on to it,
Well, that is a problem. Meanwhile, in the captain's cabin, you have been dragged back into the captain's cabin, and you've been dragged back into the captain's cabin by this mob. The captain is standing behind his great desk there. He stands and draws his cutlass in response. The crew is trying to leap over the table. Unfortunately, the ship has just pitched forward, and so everyone is thrown backward in the space. Do you hang on?
Nope.
No, you do not. You're sliding backwards with the rest of the crew.
Deja wants to know if aeroships have anchors.
Yeah, this one
Yes,
doesn't.
they do,
Yeah.
in fact.
Yeah.
And, they pulled
how we
it
got
up
up here.
earlier.
Yeah.
the anchor line.
How about you? Did you hang on to anything?
I rolled an 18. I think I
Then
did.
yes, you did. You managed to grab the edge of the desk, which is fastened to the floor.
Good job.
And you see on the top of the desk a compass that is sliding off of the table forward.
Snatch it.
Okay?
Ooh. It's a little slippery. I rolled a 5.
It is slid off of the table and is careening forward. You see it as well. What do you do?
Grab the
I grabbed
compass.
for it. 10
Better than me.
Dexterity?
Yes.
Yeah.
3, 13.
You managed to just grab the chain that is fastened around it, small chain that's fastened around it. The rest of the crew is sliding down the deck. You are too. You passed into the cabin, into the galley cabin. What do? You're hanging on to this compass.
And it's on a chain,
Yes. Small chain. I mean, it's a neck chain.
so I'm going to throw it around my neck with one hand, and with the other hand, I'm going to grasp out for anything.
There's the table that is here.
So,
You're sliding past it, but yes.
19.
Nice. You do manage to grab the table. You're hanging from the captain's table. You're hanging from the galley table. You are hanging onto this.
It's not me.
No, it's me. You are hanging. You're hanging on the table. You are hanging onto the tables. You're hanging onto the wheel at the back of the ship. You are sliding forward the well deck with all of the ghosts in jumble, coming to crash against the forward bulkhead. Unless you can grab something on the way.
Well, I'll try.
I'm so down.
12.
I could have.
The belaying pins around the center mast, you manage to grab one of those as you go by, and the rest of the crew slides forward, slamming into the bulkhead, but they are remarkably solid at this point.
Huh.
Several of them do vanish, however, at the impact of the bulkhead. What are you doing?
Trying to correct the ship.
What if we tilt now? If they're all in the bulkhead, what if you tilt and they'll...
You turn the wheel
Yeah.
back
Just
to
trying to
correct
level
the
us
ship.
out.
The bow rises and starts to level out.
Okay. We'll have none of that chicanery. I declare to the mutinous spectral crew. Now be about your stations. Those of you that remain.
As you say this, an enormous barong is towering over you, and he reaches out and grabs you by your tunic and hauls you up off the deck.
All right.
My ship now.
Can I stab him?
Well, you can try, but you're going to have to wait till next week.
All right. Well, I'll try to stab him
There
next
you
week,
go,
then.
hang him by something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stab him next
Well,
week.
I think this is going well.
Yeah.
We're not dead.
No, not yet.
It took us the whole episode
You
to
just
get
touched
this.
something and you set it all off.
What?
Oh my goodness.
This is great. This is going perfectly.
I think it's going quite well. I couldn't be happier with that. This is working out. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming to play tonight. Thanks for joining us. Now let's see here. Oh, good. Thank you, MR from the East Coast, and thanks for joining us for the game tonight. We'll be back next week to see if Bo survives, and
See if any of us survive.
see if any of you survive. The ghosts are getting stronger. I wonder what Tucker has to say about all of this. He seems to be the one who knows about these creatures.
Probably tell us we waited too long.
Well, he said that they were weak and that they were going to get stronger.
He was right.
I mean, yeah, we tried to search the ship as fast as we could. I don't know what to tell you.
It seems like you've done fairly well so far. I pretty much liked the whole maneuver with the pitch. That was nice.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, I mean, don't look at me. It was his idea. I just executed the idea.
This is going to look great in the movie, everybody.
I think so.
Maybe a short film, but really great in the movie.
Really cool 3D.
It'll be great. Yeah, in 3D.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, well, let's see. I've lost. My wife has gone abroad, apparently. Actually answered my phone, so I wonder what that's going to be about. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming and playing to the crew tonight. Looking forward to next time. It's going to be an interesting ride. We may yet get back to the Con of Marchand. I'd be happy about that. You know, Den of Thieves is looking pretty good right about now.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad place.
No, they seemed reasonable. It was Lenny,
Yeah.
right?
Kind of miss them.
Kind of miss Lenny
Yeah.
at this point. Well, at least you could deal with
At least
it.
he fed us.
Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. I'm supposed to say click like, subscribe, I think at this point. And of course, Slava Ukraini, glory to Ukraine. Wish them well in their efforts to be free and have peace, which I would wish for everybody. So thanks everyone. Join us again here next week, and until then, publish peace, everybody, and we'll see you then.